G'day folks, welcome back to another episode, Young Nomad style, where we are all about living free. Hope you're happy, healthy and well wherever you are. And on this episode, we are at a spot right now. We've pulled up Point Quobba Blow Holes campground. So we're making our way towards Quobba ideally and onto Red Bluff, I believe. But at the moment we've had a substantial amount of rain and the road there is closed. So our good friends that we've met along the way, Frank, Tracy and the girls, gave us the hot tip of where they were. They saved us the site. Thanks guys, big shout out to you. And we're loving this spot because we were inland Gnaraloo Station just for a one night overstay. It got pretty hot there. There's a lot of flies, but we did enjoy the artesian hot tubs. So if you're ever that way going up from pretty much Shark Bay, heading up towards Carnarvon, Gnaraloo Station is about 120k south of Carnarvon. It's a working station. I think they're on about 120,000 acres or thereabouts. And they have awesome artesian hot tubs. There is a river there, but there's no water in the river. It only flows like 2-3 times a year. So anyway, we just stopped in there for a night. We were going to stay 2 nights, but because Frank and Tracy gave us a tip of where they were, right here on the water, and I'm going to spin the camera around so I'm going to show you. Epic site. So we hightailed it here to join them. So I'll just flip the camera around. You can see this is Point Quobba Blow Holes campsite, and you've got an aquarium, a reef aquarium that's in there for some snorkeling. So we're going to get in there today for some snorkeling while the sun's clear. There are the blowholes, which we'll show with you guys and girls as well. We were hoping to get the tinny out, but as you can see, the swell's pumping a bit out there. It was supposed to be easterlies today, but my mate Willie, he got it wrong and it's westerly onshore. So don't know if we'll get the tinny off. We're planning to stay here for at least a week. This might be a little bit of a shorter episode because I'm trying to release episodes every Sunday, but at the moment with the way our travel plans are, we're sort of all over the place. We're sort of moving sometimes on the weekend as well. So for those loyal followers, sorry if I'm not getting an episode out every Sunday, but I'm still just trying to get an EP out every week for you guys. Again, if you haven't subscribed, make sure you have. We love your support. Make sure you hit that bell for the notifications so we can continue to notify you of all this epic stuff that we're adventuring, seeing and doing. I'll get the GoPro out today in the aquarium there. Frank's already been in there. He said there's a heap of pinkies in there. We might, if we can't get the tinny off, we might do a bit of land-based fishing anyway. Quobba Station is renowned for ballooning off the rocks, rock fishing, Spanish Max, you name it. But like I said, the road in there is closed because of the rainfall. So hopefully that opens up maybe over the next few days. We're here till Thursday at this stage. Reason being, we had a bit of a boo-boo at Steep Point. We smashed the back window. I'll show you that, guys, as we get back up to the campsite. It's not shattered, it's still held together, but we just had one of those freak accidents. So I've got a new windscreen coming up from Perth tomorrow, ready for install on Wednesday. So I've got to scoot back into Carnarvon. This spot from Carnarvon is literally only about 48 minutes out from there. So quite close, convenient. And I'd rather stay here than Carnarvon. We literally just drove through there, stocked up, got supplies, shot through. So anyway, here we are, Point Quobba Blow Holes campsite. We'll take you for a bit of a snorkel. We'll take you to the blowholes. We're doing a big beef stew cook up with Frank and Tracy tonight as well. So we'll share that with you. And of course, as always, we'll get the drone up for some magical sunsets. So kick back, relax, enjoy this EP. And if you've got any questions, again, drop them in the comments below. Legends, love to hear from you. Here we go. Yoo-hoo! So we've just come to the Quobba Blow Holes and the wife thinks it's a time to get a facial mask. Check it out.
So nice.
Nature woman, nature woman. What do you think, girls?
Awesome.
Yeah? We're going to go down and see the blowholes?
Are you going to do it?
Are you going to beautify your faces or what?
My face is already beautiful.
That is true. That is correct.
What do I look like?
A warrior. Look at that. What's going on? Taking the makeup off?
I'm going to put some on my nose.
Oh, okay. Love it. Nature girl. A facial with minerals from Mother Nature, using Mother Nature's sources of water to rinse one's face. How cool. Alright folks, we're just heading into the aquarium, snorkel gear in tow. It's pretty rough, but we'll get in there amongst it, show you what's beneath the water. The tide's subsiding, so hopefully it's a little bit calmer now. We're headed out towards that reef over there, and you see the water pushes in pretty much through that inlet there, and then the current takes you all the way this way. We're parked up, the car parked up here, so we'll just kind of go with the flow of the current. Frank's already in the water. Off he goes like a fish. Anyway, here we go, snorkeling, aquarium at Quobba Blow Holes campsite. Enjoy. Yo. Alright, legends, how cool was that aqua marine park that we went into, or aquarium at Blowholes? Awesome snorkeling. Hope you enjoyed the footage that we just shared with you. But anyway, I just wanted to share with you the little boo-boo that we had with the rear screen of the car. So what happened when we were at Steep Point, in this side awning, which I've done an episode on, this is just an old King's awning that I've pulled out the carcass of the awning because, well, it got smashed by a big wind one day. So instead of binning it, we now use it to house all our rods inside here, nice and securely. They're protected, all my fishing rods are in there, and it's secured and padlocked. But what happened when I got to Steep Point is Chriso, too excited to get out there for a flick with the hard body, got his rods out. Normally I re-padlock this, which secures it, but I didn't in this instance. Anyway, Mel went to the car to get a soft drink out of the fridge, and I came back after fishing, and she's like, Chris, I've broken the back window of our car. I'm like, what are you talking about? She didn't have this serious look on her face. Anyway, I walked around the back of the car and I had a look, and I'm like, the back window looks absolutely fine. Doesn't look broken. But then, as I said that, literally I could hear the glass starting to crack and fracture, that noise, as you probably some of you may know that when you crack a windscreen, when it cracks in a certain point, it'll just continue to crack all the way through. That's what exactly was happening. And I was like, no way, how did that happen? Anyway, long story short, the padlock unfortunately got wedged in here as she lifted the tailgate to get a drink. And as you can see, the padlock was loose at the time, got stuck in between the door jamb and the glass lip and rubber, and literally just broke that corner. So all that's holding this screen together at the moment is the rear screen and obviously the tint. But anyway, it's all part of being on the road, isn't it, babe? Poor Mel, she was shattered, but we've sorted it out. We're getting a new screen in Wednesday at Carnarvon, so we'll head there. My guys, the champions from Smart Post back home, have printed me a new screen, which has been posted up. We're just waiting for that to arrive to us, so we'll get the window in first, and then we'll re-screen the rear window so that Max, when he's in the back there, he's nicely shaded and protected when the heat and the sun is bearing on the back of the cab here. So anyway, that's enough about that story. We are going to set up for a fire on the beach tonight, so we'll share that with you. We're cooking a beef stew in the cast iron pots, so we'll share a beef stew cook up in the cast iron pots on the beach at Point Quobba Blow Holes campsite. And I reckon will be good to send the drone up, because as you can see, the clouds have subsided. It's a bit of a clear sky day, as you've seen in the snorkeling, so we'll send the drone up hopefully for some footage and a bit of a beachside cook up. Let's do it. Look at.
See the sparks you're making?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Good flick.
Ooh.
Oh. Oh yeah.
Yeah!
She was a fire queen.
I'm a firebender. Carnival.
We call him the Gordon Ramsay on the beach, eh? Jamie Oliver.
Me.
What's on the menu tonight, girls? What's on the menu tonight? Oh, yummy.
What's in there? It's actually made by me and Demi. And no one else.
What's in there? What's in your stew?
Potato, carrot, zucchini, onion, celery, we said beans. Gravy, gravy, and water, and steak. Yeah, steak, meat. Yeah, done.
Sounds delicious.
Yeah.
Okay, go.
Do I need to book a table reservation for tonight? Or?
Yeah. You need to pay $50.
50. What, just for the booking, or does that include the meal?
Including the meal.
Done.
And damper.
And damper? Done.
Damper for dessert.
Damper. Would have paid more, but yep, I'm in. Oh, good.
Girls, want to come the next part of
Oh, seasoning.
Demi's going to do it.
Beautiful. That's it, get it in there. The more the better.
Do you mind if I we'll have to add more later. What? Come on. No. You're not allowed to. Okay, I'm just gonna...
Yeah,
all of it.
Chuck it all in, don't be shy. Yeah. Get that out, scrape it out. That's the girl.
Hang on, mate.
Oh, seasoning. Well, mums and dads tonight can retire, I reckon, eh?
Alright, mate, I might need some more, and then we've got the gravy for you.
I need some more water.
Yep.
Water. The Grinch tree. The Grinch's Christmas tree. All made by me.
And what noise? How does the Grinch laugh?
That sounds more like Santa.
Ah, true, it does. Oh, the old damper. Phew.
Oh, ew. Beautiful.
Top shelf.
No, this is to mop up with our stew. Honey.
She's hired full time. Let's talk about remuneration.
It's nice and fluffy, that one, I think.
Oh, it looks nice.
We created dinner.
Oh, that's
You're all hired. Everyone keeps their job today. Everyone keeps their job. Everyone's employed.
It's gone.
Right. Do you want to break that up, Elkie, into...
Have a look at the sunset. Beef stew on the beach, cooked in the cast iron pots. Sunset over here. Point Quobba campground. Turning it on. So today we're heading up north towards Quobba Station and Red Bluff, and along here there's a lot of guys that fish for pelagic fish, obviously your Spanish macks and so forth, and I'm just going to show you what they do. They use a helium balloon to a bait, obviously to keep the bait on top of the surface so it bounces up and down on the surface. Generally they use frozen garfish, and they just fish here off the rocks to catch these pelagic fish. Cool. What a fascinating way to fish for surface bound chasing pelagics like your macks. But anyway, I'll show you. There's a heap of balloons out here, as you can probably see. There's all balloons all the way out here. Helium balloons with baits on the surface there. I don't know if you can see them, but they're all along the coastline here. So we've just pulled up to Red Bluff, and this is what you're greeted with on the drive in. Have a look at it. Yeah, Frank, cracking little spot, mate. The surf looking good. Woo, Red Bluff. How cool are those balloons off the rock as well? Anyway, we'll show you Red Bluff once we get past these sand dunes, and apparently it's a world-renowned surfing spot, I believe, Frank was saying. Frank, I might have got that wrong, I don't know, mate. You're the surfer dude, more the fish, eh? But anyway, a couple of minutes out from Red Bluff, we're going to stop here, have some lunch, and have a look at it. Little bay there. Oh my lord. Nice. So this is Red Bluff. You can camp all the way up and down here. I think it's 20 bucks a night. They got this cool little funky place for pizzas, mic nights. I think it happens on a Friday night, pretty sure. But just behind me, there's a Red Bluff surf break, that nice left-hander that comes around the headland there. So we'll take you for a walk down there. Pretty rocky getting in here, but not too bad in full drive. Wouldn't bring a caravan to this part. Back there's some nice grass paddocks. But yeah, we'll take you out to Red Bluff. We'll have a look at the point there. I think we're going for a walk. And then there's a world-renowned Tombstones surf break as well. That's been on a fair few movies. So yeah, I'll show you around Red Bluff. It's an interesting little place. It's like real got a hippie vibe. Like everyone's chilled. There's no reception. There's all like these little huts here that you can stay in. It's got a cool vibe to it. What have we got here? A house. Knock knock.
Who's that?
That's cool.
I'm a neighbour. Hold him here, I like it.
Have a look. Red Bluff break just out here. There's a break. Surfer on. That's just where we've come from, back down here. You got the old park. Yeah, oh. So we've just pulled out the front of Tombstones here at Gnaraloo Station. Epic lines coming in. You can see why this is so famous. Okay, look at the back over there. Oh, barreled. He's in. Alright, so we've just pulled up to a spot called 3 Mile, which again is on the Gnaraloo Station. Camping ground's just there behind me, and we've pulled up to a spot called the Lagoon for a little bit of a late afternoon splash and swim, and of course a snorkel. A snorkel. And you can only imagine why we're going for a snorkel, because it's called the Lagoon. Check it out. So this is all lagoon in here, protected by a reef out the back there. So we're going to jump in for a little dip ski and cool off. Another snorkel in the lagoon at 3 Mile.
Today we're doing a space tour at the Carnarvon the Space and Technology Museum, and I am super pumped. So let's just go in and we'll have a look.
Why are you super pumped?
Because space is a big passion of mine, and I want to be an astrologist when I grow up.
How awesome. All right, let's not hold you back. Without further ado, so yeah, as she said, Carnarvon Space Museum. We're going to take you on the tour now. There's all these cool stuff on the outside, which we'll show you guys. Like, there's a big rocket ship there. There's some big dishes over there, which we'll show you. But anyway, let's jump on inside. And this is going to be Demi's tour. It's all about Demi today. She loves space. As do I. As does Foss, my old man. Here we go. What are we doing, Demi? We are in the shuttle. We're in the shuttle, guys, for a takeoff.
T-minus 3 minutes and counting. T-minus 3. We are go with all elements of the mission at this time. We're on an automatic sequence as the master computer supervises hundreds of events occurring over these last few minutes. T-minus 2 minutes, 45 seconds and counting. The members of the launch team here in the control center monitoring a number of what we call red line values. These are tolerances we don't want to go above and below in temperatures and pressures. They're standing by to call out any deviations from our plans. 2 minutes, 30 seconds and counting. We're still go on Apollo 11 at this time. The vehicle starting to pressurize as far as the propellant tanks are concerned, and all is still go as we monitor our status for it. 2 minutes, 10 seconds and counting.
This is what it's like for a real life astronaut
at
launch.
Liftoff will be at a distance of 218,096 miles away. 11, 10,
Boosters.
9, ignition sequence starts. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2,
Look at the window.
all engine running. Liftoff. We have a liftoff. 32 minutes past the hour. Liftoff on Apollo 11. Full power. Tower clear. I think we got a roll program. Neil Armstrong reporting the roll and pitch program, which puts Apollo 11 on proper heading. Roll is complete and the pitch program. You're all right, your pitch. 30 seconds. Stand by for 1 Bravo. Mark, 1 Bravo.
All the old switch panels, gauges, multimeter. There you go. A reenactment of the old days and the launch. This used to be the living room, lounge room in the 60s. Old TV, the old Philips.
People need not so much capital as they need a lot of enthusiasm to get to the one point.
Thank you, Wilson. Thank you. Well, we have some of the commerce of Carnarvon travelling through the town itself at the moment. But the main thing with this trip to Carnarvon going for the past 90 years has been the...
Look at all these racks. Poly recorder.
Camels of the 50 years ago period. And these trucks, they carry all worth 7,000 pounds.
Switches, fuses. What do you think about this technology, Demi, back in the days?
Very confusing.
NEC, do you know what NEC is? Massive computer brand back in the day. Massive computer and technology, information technology brand.
These used to be our computers.
They were our monitors back in the day. The other type of monitors we had, IBM.
Did you have to look like close up to it?
You know, it used to just be black screen with like green writing. That's it.
Spectrum analyzer.
Did you play Flappy Bird before it got taken off?
Man, this stuff is epic. It's cool. Awesome. Oh, how much would you like that in your bedroom? Hey? Check out the old school arcade machines. Galacta, Asteroids, Defender, Space Invaders.
I'm very warm right now.
Check this out. Wow.
For example, the command module needed to be really aerodynamic for launch through the Earth's atmosphere. The level wasn't exposed until it was in outer space. Since there's no air here, the outline really doesn't matter. This is part of why you get a spacecraft that looks unlike anything you've seen before. Starting with the famous Apollo 11, there were a total of 6 moon landings covering a span of about 3 years. Apollo 13 had an accident in space and was forced to come home early without landing on the moon. Earlier missions tested the lunar module in Earth orbit, and then once in lunar orbit.
Well, folks, hope you enjoyed that little expedition and journey with us at the Carnarvon Space Museum. Demi absolutely had a ball. Highly recommend it if you got kids, get down here. Very affordable, couple of hours to burn. It was about $18 an adult, and I think 15 bucks for kids thereabouts. So good value for money and a good way to burn a couple of hours, keep the kids entertained and amused, and just great to see them be able to experience what it was like in the 60s with the technology. It was cool, that little lounge room setup of the space shuttle launch back in 1969 itself, how that lounge room would have been set up in the 60s with families. But yeah, that brings us to a close of another episode. What an incredible week it's been for us, from Point Quobba Blow Holes through to snorkeling, the aquarium, Quobba Station, through to the helium balloon fishing. Obviously we couldn't do that ourselves, we didn't have the right gear or equipment, but big shout out to the lads that gave us a few tips and pointers if we do decide to get out there and do some balloon fishing off the rocks. Then obviously we went through to Red Bluff, Gnaraloo Station, right through to Tombstones, the world famous surf break, absolutely world renowned, and then obviously 3 Mile Camp, and then through to that little lagoon where we just got another opportunity to go for a snorkel, which was epic snorkeling conditions. So we hope you've enjoyed this episode with us. Tonight we're in Carnarvon. I can never get that word right. I don't know what it is. We're here for tonight. We're literally just fueling up. We are watering up. We're getting bait, some supplies. We're re-shopping, because on the next episode, we're headed back off grid again. We're south of Coral Bay, about 100 k's, no, not even, about 60 k's an hour south of Coral Bay. We're heading to a place called Sandy Point, which again is beachfront campsite. We're going to be there for 5 days. If the weather opens up, we're definitely getting the tinny off. I'm hanging for a fish, I'm frothing, and we're going to get there and do some more snorkeling. But there's a great opportunity there along that coral coastline where we can get in and hopefully experience some turtles in their natural habitat. But hope you've enjoyed this episode. Again, if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe, give us some love, smash that like button, smash that bell, and we'd love to hear from you. Drop in the comments, and you can't miss it if you're ever this way in Carnarvon. Big shuttle, you can see it from a mile away, and the big dish. But anyway, Young Nomads signing out for another episode. Thanks for joining us for it, and until next episode next week, take care of each other, live free. Yo!